Welcome to the Royish Good Looks Podcast, episode number 34. My name is Roy, and thank you for joining me. We did it. I told you I'd be back with brand new music when the time was right. And well, this past weekend seemed just right. I'm sure you've all probably heard it already, but if not, I just put out a new song called The Chosen One. It's about our favorite Padawan, Anakin Skywalker. It's streaming everywhere right now, and of course, there's also a music video for it on the main Royish Good Looks channel. I'll link it in the description in the show notes, or you can just search for The Chosen One, and I'm sure it'll pop up. So if you haven't already, go check that out, and then we'll get into the show.
But he's the chosen one, the chosen one, born on the desert planet with two sons. He's the chosen one, the chosen one. He's got 20,000 midi-chlorians.
Today, I want to celebrate releasing the new song and talk about where my head is at now that it's finally out. But first, let's do a brief Q&A from Patreon. Kevin asks, do you own any Star Wars collectibles? If so, which ones? I don't know if any of my Star Wars stuff counts as collectibles since I always take everything out of the packaging, but I do have a bunch of Star Wars Pez. I have them all set up in my recording studio, spaced out in between a bunch of different albums that I've recorded. I'm not really much of an interior decorator, so Star Wars memorabilia is like the next best thing. And if you're wondering, no, I don't even really like Pez as a candy, but the dispensers are just so cool and iconic. And on the podcast, talking with Andrew and Chris, we were talking about Pez and how it's sort of like the precursor to the pop figure. And I haven't gone down the pop rabbit hole, but those are pretty cool too. Other than that, I do really love the Star Wars Lego helmets. I've got the Boba Fett, the fighter pilot, and the probe droid, and I would love to complete that collection. The helmets in Star Wars are also really iconic, so I guess that's probably why I like the Pez dispensers, because they're really just a head anyway. The tinier Lego brick heads are pretty cool too, but I don't have any of those yet. I'm not sure if any of those really count as collectibles, but that's probably as close as I'm gonna get. Thank you for the question, Kevin, and thank you for your support. If you'd like to ask your own question, sign up at patreon.com/royishgoodlooks. You'll be helping support the show, my music, and you'll get a bunch of other behind-the-scenes goodies. Either way, let's get on with the show. It was over 8 months since I posted my last song, and it was definitely way too long of a break. But at the same time, I think the anticipation was kind of a good thing, because the response to posting The Chosen One has been overwhelmingly positive. The majority of the comments read something like, "I'm glad you're back. This was totally worth the wait. You didn't forget how to write a song." Everyone was super appreciative that I posted at all. So honestly, I was blown away to be able to take such a long break and then come back to so much positivity. I don't think I could have asked for more, so thank you. I always treat every song release sort of like it's Christmas, and I get up as early as possible so I can enjoy it with everybody else. The song went live to YouTube at 8 a.m., and I logged in so I could see all the comments in real time. It's always really exciting to see it go live, and then, a minute later, people have already seen it and commented on it. It's just crazy. And even after an hour or two, there wasn't one negative comment. My comment section is normally pretty positive, but I was kind of preparing for the worst. One of the biggest things that surprised me was there was only one comment that mentioned the lyric about midi-chlorians. For the longest time, I thought that putting midi-chlorians in a song would be blasphemous, that there would be pandemonium using that word. I was going to use it in Feel the Force.
Deep within, and it's more than midi-chlorians.
Even though it sort of rolled off the tongue for the line, it just sounded kind of silly, so I decided against it. I guess with The Chosen One, I can get away with it because it's actually part of the dialogue talking about Anakin. I can see why people don't like the idea of midi-chlorians, but it never really seemed weird to me, so maybe we'll bring them up in another song. So I was surprised no one really complained about that. It really was just a sea of nice comments. It's funny, you're about to post a song or a video for the first time in 8 months, and you think that the stakes are so high that people are going to expect a certain quality or this, that, and the other thing. And if you don't deliver on that, you're going to be deleted from the algorithm or something bad is going to happen. But what I think I've learned through taking this break is that I can just do my thing and everything will be okay. There's no sense in putting any more pressure on it. It's literally the cliche of just be yourself. That's all you can really do, and if you can do that, then you're good to go. I mentioned it on the last episode, but I am reinvigorated, and even more so now. I definitely caught a buzz after reading hundreds of comments over the weekend, reassuring me that my goofy music is welcomed and it has a place. So I just can't wait to release more music. I kind of forgot how rewarding it is to simply share it. A lot of people thought that I stopped making music, which if you've been listening to the podcast, you know that's not really the case. I've still been writing and demoing new ideas, but there is a huge difference between making the music and releasing the music. I can listen to my demos all day and all night, wonder if they're any good, rework them, and I love doing that. I love working on the music, but the best part about the process is when you finally get to share it with the world. Now looking back, it's hard to believe that I put off releasing new music when it is such a cool experience. So I promise it's not going to be another 8 months of waiting for my next song. I've already started workshopping a song about Vader that I'm really excited about. I'm kind of on an Anakin kick lately, and I might even finalize the Hello There song. So if you're one of those people out there commenting about it, it's basically done. It needs a little bit of work, but I've been kind of selfishly withholding it, but now I think it deserves to be released. I don't want it to be 50 years later and then Peter Jackson releases the documentary about Royish Good Looks in the studio working on the infamous Hello There song that never came out. But I'm excited. I've always known my purpose is to make music, and that's what I'm gonna do.
Qui-Gon told me to stay in this cockpit, so that's what I'm gonna do.
That's where I'm gonna leave it for today. Thank you for listening to the show. Thank you for listening to the songs. If you'd like to help out even more, consider signing up for my Patreon. You'll get bonus songs, Q&A threads, blogs, ad-free episodes of the show, and even more behind-the-scenes goodness. Head to patreon.com/RoyishGoodLooks if that sounds good to you. Thank you to all my patrons. I really appreciate the support, and thank you again for listening today. I will talk to you on the next episode. Take care.